Yeah.
Will the space gloves be tradable, Ben? Or are they purchasable in store?
So we can hug it on the camera.
We will make them purchasable, and we will make them tradable. I'm not sure if they're right now. I had the same thought as soon as I saw they were out. We need to figure that out, but we will get there if it doesn't work already.
Let's go into the big one right now. What's up with 1.0.1, Ben?
Hoping to have it out anytime now. We're all watching our emails, seeing them discover all kinds of crazy blockers and then solve them. But it's an oncoming freight train. But it's on the PTU right now if you want to try that out. And even newer way for you guys to have Star Citizen that doesn't quite work yet.
How's the Orion looking, Ben? What's the status of the concepts?
I have not seen any yet, but I totally trust George Hall. He's an incredible artist. He's going to have something cool for us in its own time. Actually, I think that the deadline for the initial sketches is like today or tomorrow, so we should internally we'll see something very soon and go from there.
Are we going to sale next week, Ben?
We are for the VAT. We're going to release a bunch of the Wave 2 and the limited ships again for people to pledge for before we are forced by the government to charge VAT on digital goods in Europe. So I've had this question a couple times. Everybody will be able to pledge for these ships if they want them. We're basically just doing it to help out the Europeans. And I've seen a lot of chat about this tax stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We wish there were a way around it, but there's not. CIG is an amazing company, but it's not going to be able to stand up to Europe ever. So when they say you have to pay taxes, we have to do it. It sucks for us as much as it does for you.
Yeah.
We are very sorry.
This is one we didn't have any control over, and it wasn't fun. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things. It's the law, and I don't want to break the law. I never want to break the law.
I don't want us to be in a position where they would shut us down in some area of the world. You guys have Star Citizen.
What will be the expected game time to earn a Hornet with arena credits?
Too soon to know.
Mm-hmm.
Once we kind of announce the details of 1.1, we'll have a better idea of that. But you guys know how quickly things change. Anybody who took a missile hit last week versus this week in the PTU should know how quickly things change. I think that the Arena Commander credits are one of those things that no matter how well we estimate here in the office, they won't work when they come out, and we will figure out how they should. Once it hits the fan, we figure it out.
Will the FPS module be in-game linked with the hangar module, or are the two different entities entirely?
No, they'll be linked.
It'll be the same concept as we do with Arena Commander.
Although the concept we do with Arena Commander is changing, because I know they're working on getting we're working on going from you get in your ship to play the game, which I never really liked from the Infiction standpoint, to it's going to be like a computer pod you go and get in.
Yeah, the one that really broke it was just hit escape and enter from that menu. They want to make sure the Herald is still going to be asymmetrical.
That is up in the air. Once we lock that down, you'll know. It's a Chris Roberts decision, basically.
Ben, is there going to be any more adjustments to Cutlass Black in terms of speed and maneuverability?
Yeah, Cutlass Black is not finished. No ship in the game right now is finished in terms of stats at all. Cutlass Black, it isn't even the finished model because they're redoing it in the UK for the modular push. So Cutlass is a work in progress all around.
Hey Ben, do you know when we'll get the Reclaimer and the Carrack back on sale?
I don't believe we are. They were too recent.
Mm-hmm.
But they will be back on sale at some point.
It's definitely going to be
especially when they're viable.
Strain on my eyes after a while, where I'm like, yeah.
The current, for those of you who are newer, the current model for selling ships in general, not always, is concept stage, hangar ready, and then when it's finished.
Yeah.
Those are the three times we'll sell ships. Specials or limited ships or whatever. Because we want to give someone who buys it in the concept stage some advantage, because we're asking.
Well, not advantage you get a better ship, but it's like
something
it's
extra.
A little bit cheaper at the concept stage. You get a bonus
because you're buying a concept.
You're supporting us earlier, which is important because we're not making money to make money. We're making it to make the game. So selling a ship today and making whatever amount of money means we're hiring people now. Which makes a better game.
Well, Ben, they're saying you have to show more Merchantman concept soon. They're saying it's like the button in Lost, you have to press it every 108 minutes.
Well, the Merchantman concepting is done, so there's no more concept art to show you until we model it in the game.
With the release of FPS coming, will it have any interaction or tie-in with Arena Commander?
Yes, it will.
how large of a ship will fit in the 890 jump?
It's like an M50 size.
That's kind of
Single seater, but not all of them fit.
Any ETA in the Bulldog concept, Ben?
Nope, Gurmak. Gurmak is working on it. He's doing some cool stuff. It's just once Chris is happy with it.
Someone asked how much warning will they get when ships, when we get closer to launch, when ships are no longer pledgeable and the game's about to come out.
We will tell you as soon as we know something like that.
Can we say how many the initial levels are for the FPS module? How many levels there will be?
I am not sure because I know there's a zillion different levels in development. We'll see what's actually done the day it comes out. So it's up in the air.
Did I hear correctly that RtV that George Hull is designing the Orion?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about how he should have been designing the Hull C, but whatever.
Now, the Hull C is actually I'll say that the Hull C was basically designed now by Dan Tracy in our meeting. We all went into this Hull C meeting. We were like, "Oh, it's a cargo ship." We came up with this idea, and Dan Tracy was sketching it on his notepad, and he was going to go up and test it out in the sandbox. The actual artist contracted for it is now I can't remember his name. But he's Jim Martin. Jim Martin of USS Defiant fame, making it look cool. But it's very much a ship that will be defined by its concept.
How is the Bulldog? For the Bulldog, when is it looking like it'll be concept ready?
I can't say when. I know that Gurmak is. By the way, it's Gurmak's birthday.
Yay!
Happy birthday to Gurmak.
The reason I like this question is because we are trying to film and chronicle like the entire process of the Bulldog, from concept to creation, so it'll give you a better understanding of how long it takes for one thing to go from an idea to an actual concept ready, and from there.
But the answer is it's still an idea right now.
Yes. Is there a Hull A and a Hull B?
There are.
Oh.
There's even a Hull D, and there might be even larger hulls. So
let's keep it going. Whatever it gets.
Rumors of any.
Also, any hints on how many star systems are currently planned for the PU?
105 or something. It's the same number we promised in the Kickstarter. I mean, we're going to launch with less in the alpha. We were talking about the first 5 plans, so you'll get a couple to try out later this year, and by the time we officially launch, it's around 100, 110, or something like that. But I will say the idea behind the different hull ships is that the A is like a single person station wagon. The B is like a moving truck.
Yeah, moving truck.
Yeah, outside there's
a moving truck. I thought you meant like a truck in motion. I was
no.
Well,
so the C is like a big rig. The D is like a super tanker, which kind of breaks the analogy. And then the anything larger is something special.
Join us. What's the sale next week, Ben?
What's the what?
Sale next week.
A bunch of Wave 2 ships and the limited things like the Aurora LX, the Freelancer MIS, Cutlass Blue, and then the Wave 2 ships, which are things like the Retaliator, Redeemer, and so on. Not Redeemer, I'm sorry. Not Redeemer.
What ships will all the ships be able to be attained through AC credits?
Yeah, all the ships that are playable in AC.
Mm-hmm. That simulation.
Yeah.
Will Arena Commander exist in the final game? Well, Arena credits exist, but will Arena Commander exist in the final game?
Yes, it will, because it's part of the universe. When people aren't actually flying spaceships, they can train in Arena Commander.
Since it said that no ships will be purchasable without being available in game, how does this apply to the site? You could steal a site from either a Vandal or someone else who has one,
or someone who has captured one and is selling. I mean, I see a big business for like Vandal item traders.
Because I don't know if you know, Vandal do not like us, so they're probably not going to trade with us.